Hey, everybody, good morning. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to where the magic happens. Here at Wormwizardcastings in Pelion, South Carolina. Y'all, it's a beautiful day this Sunday the Lord has given us. And it's rainy. It's 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just a perfect day for worms as far as I'm concerned. So I'm excited. Are you excited? Are you excited, Aries? Aries looks like she's excited. Come here, Aries. I'll give you a few pets. Come on. My hands is clean. Come on. Get you some pets. Yes. All right, Aries. Tell everybody out there we appreciate them coming and watching the video. Now, let me go see the worms. All right, you go find a mouse or something. All right. Well, y'all, let's get right into it, and let's see what the worm wizards are doing today. Y'all don't forget, if you'll enjoy this kind of content, to give me a thumbs up. That sure would help us spread the word and help you to recommend it to other folks that might enjoy it too. Ooh, look at them. Today I'm going to put some fresh, I think I am at this point, unless I change my mind. I think I'm going to put some fresh mushroom compost in each one of the bins and top them off to give the worms, ooh, Aries, you kind of scared me. Give the worms a little extra food to munch on. Some fresh bedding. Let's see what's going on in here. All right. Now if y'all remember, I did not feed them any chicken feed yesterday because I had some left over from the day before. All right. So they still have some left over. Now, you know what? Yesterday I said I wasn't going to feed him any mushroom compost on top of that because I want him to finish his chicken feed first. So you know what? I'm going to look at the other bins. I might end up holding off another day on the mushroom compost. Because I really don't want to mix in. I don't want this chicken feed to end up mixed into the bedding because it'll heat up. We don't want that. The worms won't like that, y'all. Let's get under here and see what's going on under here. Yep, they still haven't finished the chicken feed. But they're almost done. Let me see. I don't know. You know what? They're almost done. Almost. We've had some cooler overnight temperatures. And so I think that's been dampening the activity a little bit. Although we seem to still have plenty of activity with them hanging out on the edge where the lid meets the body of the bins. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, now. This bin looks like they ate all the chicken feed. And for those new folks out there, I feed them 16%. Normally it's 16% laying crumbles. Right now it's probably got some 18% starter grower mixed in. The non-medicated kind. I don't get none of the medicated stuff from my chickens. So you make sure it's not medicated. You don't want to be putting any other things in your worm bin or feeding your chickens you don't want them to have, you know. So anyways, make sure you get non-medicated. Well, that's what I use. Seems to be working. The worms like it. The extra protein. And now it's the supplemental feeding now. It's not what I use. What I mainly feed my worms is the mushroom compost. I would say that makes up 90% of the diet. And then, you know, they get a little bit of cardboard and, you know, some coffee grounds and tea bags. And I sprinkle in a little bit of, so maybe it's more like 80% mushroom compost and 10% this and 10% that, 5% that, you know what I'm saying. The majority of it's mushroom compost, and I just sprinkle in a little bit of the chicken feed. So, y'all, you don't need but a little bit. It's just a supplement. But you get that higher protein, and it helps fatten up your worms. Oh, yeah, look at them. They like getting in that cardboard, y'all. And this is what I like about leaving the cardboard in full pieces like this. The worms will get up in it where it's corrugated. Let me see if I can get a good shot of that, y'all. The worms will get up in there where it's corrugated, and that's a great place for them to cast off some cocoons. And I don't know. It might be, maybe it's bro science. I don't know. Maybe it's bro science, but I feel like this makes great, material for breeding worms in. Because they can get up in it. It holds moisture. They can get up in it. They can eat it. They lay their cocoons inside the cardboard. They hatch. The worms are crawling out of it and eating it. Seems like a win-win-win-win situation there. What you think? Drop it in the comments below what you think. I'd love to hear. Oh, I meant to look at the temperature, y'all. Let me zoom up. The light's messing with the camera. See, I told y'all it's been cooler here at night, and look, the temperature, the thermometer shows it. It's what's that? 64. Yeah, it looks like 64. Yeah, 64 degrees, and so they're eating. Their activity is dampened because y'all know red wigglers, worms, I think all worms in general are invertebrates, so they're cold-blooded, and so the temperature's dipped and the bedding temperature dropped, so their activity dropped, and so they ate less. So that makes sense. Hey, Mr. Gnome, I'm not ignoring you, buddy. How you doing today? Good afternoon or morning, Lucas. All right, y'all. Woo! That fella, he just dropped in. All right. Zoom out a little bit so we can see everything. Oh, can't see that. Oh, I gotta zoom in. Just the light. There you go. Oh, look at them. Are they gonna get up? I'm gonna see if I can catch them. Let's see here. I saved them. Yay! All right. Now I won't have to clamber back there and dig them off the floor. Because I always, if they fall out the bin, y'all, I pick them up off the floor. Don't worry. Look at there. I still hadn't finished the chicken feed. So I won't be adding any more chicken feed to this one. Which I won't add any. I'm not going to add any chicken feed to any of them today, actually. Because I want to put that fresh mushroom compost in there. I reckon I'll wait one. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe waiting until tomorrow to add the mushroom compost. If I did decide to add the mushroom compost today anyways, I'd probably end up scooping this feed up and setting it over to the side, putting the mushroom compost in, spreading it out, and then putting the feed back on top. Because you definitely don't want to be mixing in the feed with the bedding, because it'll heat it up. And the worms don't want to heat. They don't like it when the bed gets heated up. Now, unless it's cold, then you might want to heat the bin up a little bit. Look at them worms. Look at them worms. And y'all, I still ain't made no worm orders. And it's going on. Next week will be going on 2 weeks since I got a worm order. I think I'm starting to go through withdrawals, y'all. I need to do a worm order. So, if anybody out there is in the market for some red wigglers, let me hook you up. Go down in the description of these videos. There's a link there. You click on it, and it'll take you to our eBay store. And there, I sell hand-dug and hand-counted fishing worms in quantities of 25, 50, and 100. And I also sell worms for your composting bins or starting your own worm bin, And I sell those by the weight. And I sell them by the quarter-pound, half-pound, and 1-pound packages. The quarter-pound is approximately 250 worms. Half-pound is approximately 500. And the 1-pound is approximately 1,000. And I sell those on our eBay store. Look at them. Let me zoom in there. They just about ate all that chicken feed. Look at them. But y'all, if you need some red wigglers, or you're interested in starting your own worm bin, or recycling your own food waste, or gardening, or fishing, y'all, I sure would appreciate that support. You can just go to eBay and type in wormwizardcastings in the search bar and look me up. If you don't want to go in the description and click on the link. But I made it easy for you so you could do it that way. The link goes to the quarter-pound package, but you can always navigate away from it and get whatever you want. I also sell some worm castings on there whenever we have them. Although now I'm running kind of low on them because of spring. I've been using them in my garden, y'all. But I got plenty of worms, y'all. Look at that. Plenty of worms. But hey, if you want to support us, but you ain't interested in fishing or gardening or composting with worms, but you still want to help support the channel, you can always just remember to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share it with a friend. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, which about 84% of you folks haven't. So that's interesting. That's an interesting statistic. And for those folks who might be inclined to make a donation to the cause, our Venmo and Cash App information is in the description of the homepage of our YouTube channel. Oh yeah, y'all, I think we got the red mite problem whipped. I ain't been seeing a whole lot of them since I started baiting them and scooping them out and dive bombing them with the diatomaceous earth. It looks like the worms really appreciated the extra moisture I sprayed in there yesterday with the molasses mixed in with one of the gallons. It got them to come to the surface a good bit, it looks like. Which also I know they're in the dark. I know they're in the dark when this lid's closed. But if you have something else, like a piece of cardboard or coffee filters or something like that, that also lays over the top of this bedding, that'll even bring them up even closer and more of them up to the top. I guess I just feel safer like that. I don't know. It makes it even darker, I guess. Because, you know, a little bit of light does kind of seep in under these cracks when I open the doors and stuff, I imagine. Not much, but just a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Drop it in the comments below if you think I'm wrong. Or drop it in the comments below if you think I'm right. All right, y'all. Let's get our hands dirty. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in here. Yep. Woo! There. I'm digging there. Dig in there. Let me dig in here. See what's going on. Woo! Look at a handful of worms right there. Forbidden spaghetti. Look at that one. That's a nice one there. Y'all, I got Japanese timber bamboo that ain't nobody ever bought either. I got about, I don't know, I got at least 10. I put 10 up for sale, but I think I got 10 or 15 or maybe 10 more I've seen come up since I posted those 10, but I haven't revised the quantity I got listed. So I got plenty of Japanese timber bamboo shoots coming up. If anybody wants some of those, I can dig up for you. Prune up and box them up and ship them to your house. I got them on my eBay store too. That's what, let me go over here and show y'all. I didn't even mention it earlier. That's what this right here is. This is a Japanese timber bamboo. This is a piece I put in here about this June or July will be a year. This Japanese timber bamboo has been in this bin. And it's still, let me show y'all. I mean, it's not rotten or soft at all. This thing's still hard. I tell y'all what, that stuff makes some good bamboo for gardening or other stuff. I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, arts and crafts. Or I use it for erosion control around my shed because it's kind of on a slope on a hill. That stuff's great. I got it if you need it, y'all. I got it if you need it. Where was I at? I can't remember where I was at. That was over there. I can't remember. Let's start back over here. Doesn't look like I've been digging in here yet. Let me zoom in here. I be talking too much, y'all. Let me know if I'm talking too much. Ooh! Look at all those worms, y'all. Someone was asking me about larger packages of worms. Someone messaged me on eBay about a 5-pound. They wanted to order 5 pounds of worms at once. I currently don't have a method quite yet for shipping 5 pounds at the time. I like to just, stick right now to the quantities I already have listed, but I am working on a plan to offer a small number of maybe 3-pound and maybe a 5-pound package offering of worms. I'm thinking about putting them in right now I put my worms in cups and I box them up and ship them out. I'm thinking about experimenting with a bag, a poly bag that I can fill with worms and bedding and seal and then poke some air holes in and mail it that way. But if you're interested in a larger quantity of worms than, say, 1 pound at the time, I'm in the near future, I'm thinking about adding a larger quantities available on our eBay store. So message me if you're interested in that. If enough people ask about it and want a larger package of worms, then I will prioritize getting that done quicker. If that makes any sense, you guys. Ooh. Look at there. That's a lot of worms, y'all. Well, you guys, I done made this video way too long, and I ain't even went and looked at all the worm bins yet. But I reckon we don't have to look at all of them, do we? Here, I'll go over here and check one more with y'all. And then we're going to have to cut this thing off. Let's see. Let's check right here under the thermometer. Here, we'll pull the thermometer up. Stick that right there like that. And then we'll just zoom in so you can see a little better. Now I'll just scrape back the top and we'll see what it looks like. Okay. And then we'll dig down in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a little warm right there. I feel a little warm pocket. But look at all these worms, y'all. I tell y'all what. I want to thank y'all. I sure do want to thank y'all. I appreciate you coming if you made it this far. God bless y'all. And y'all come on back now. You hear?